A long time ago, in the big town of Ofioma lived a man named Okoko. He was well known as one of the best bricklayers in his town. He had a beautiful wife who bore him 3 boys and 1 girl. Okoko was not only hardworking and good at providing for his family but was also known as the town clown. He loved to make people laugh wherever he went. But as time went on, things changed. Okoko fell sick. The sickness was so serious that he spent months in the hospital. It drained all the family's resources and left them in hardship. His wife's little petty business could not sustain the family anymore, and they had to rely on help from relatives. This struggle pushed Okoko into a bad habit. He turned to drinking kia, a strong local gin that could wake the dead if poured on the ground. Sometimes he would stay out late at night, staggering home while singing songs that nobody had ever heard before. Some nights he sang church hymns in reverse, other nights he invented his own lyrics, mixing Igbo proverbs with animal noises. By the time he got home, his trousers were sometimes so wet that the children would whisper, "Papa has watered himself again." The next morning, he would blame it on rain that fell only on his body. His wife and children begged him to stop. Okoko would place his right hand on his chest, his left hand in the air like a preacher, and promise, "Today, I am delivered." But before sunset, you would find him in the marketplace bargaining. Oga, add 1 more cup of kia. My body needs a little encouragement." As time went on, things got worse. His wife, desperate to save him, went around to every shop and store in town that sold kia, begging them not to sell to him anymore. Some agreed, but Okoko was not a man to be defeated. He simply marched to the neighboring town, whistling like a soldier on a mission, and bought it there, this time in bulk, carrying bottles like a proud hunter returning with antelope. As he kept drinking, his legs began to swell, his skin turned yellow, and his once booming laughter was now accompanied by hiccups and sneezes that sounded like drum beats. Still, Okoko would insist he was fine. "Do I look sick? This is not sickness, this is enjoyment expanding my body." He continued like this until one day. He returned from the neighboring town with his usual bag of kia bottles. That night, after drinking more than usual, he slumped on the bench outside his house. His children found him there the next morning, his face tilted to the side, the bag of bottles still by his feet. But this time, no amount of shaking could wake him. The laughter of Okoko, the bricklayer, the joker, the father, was gone forever. The whole town gathered, not just in mourning but also in pity. Some whispered that Okoko's sickness was not what killed him, but his love for kia. Others said, if only he had built a wall against that drink the way he built walls for others. And so, Okoko's story spread across Ofioma, not just as the tale of a man who built strong walls, but as the man who sang his way into trouble, promised deliverance every morning, and watered his trousers every night.